it finally got resolved through the course of, and actually Camping World had told me that they seen this video and was bothered about it. I said, well, if you'd have treated me correctly, that video would have never have happened. And I said, I spoke the truth. You can't say a word to me because it was all true, everything. They did ask what they could do to resolve the issue. And I said, at this point, I don't even want to see you. I don't want to come out. I don't want to bring the Fuzion trailer back. I will have it fixed myself. I just want you to pay me what I asked for. And it was really a small amount for what had happened and the amount of time that I had involved. But bottom line, that's what we did. But it took him, he lied to me, the sales manager. And I'm going to apologize in advance. I don't remember all the names correctly, but I did put those names on here the first time. I've been in a lot of business transactions since then. So what I can tell you is it took him another 3 months to finally pay me. And he told me he was going to pay me right away, get it handled. We were going back and forth on emails and didn't do it. And finally I sent him an email and told him he was a liar. And I said, I said, here's what had happened. You had promised me you were going to pay me. I said, I don't even care about the money, but I want you to do what's right and to get me paid like you said you would. He didn't do it. And after I sent the email that called him a liar, then I finally got a check. But then they didn't pay me. I wanted to even reverse they talked me into an extended warranty. And I believe, and I'm not positive, but I think it was around $5,000. I said, I want all of that back. And they didn't send it, said he would. Finally, back on emails again, he finally sent it. I finally got everything out of him, got it over with. Well, then they asked me when I would take Piss Consumer off, tell him I was satisfied. I said, well, the way I look at it, it took you 9 months to satisfy me, so it's going to be 9 months before I take that off Piss Consumer. So that's what I did. I waited until it was within a few days when I contacted, and you know, I'm not real savvy on computers, and I do fine on my bids and the processes that I run out of my office, but I thought you guys received the fact that one of your consumers had contacted me. And I told them that I was, finally I was satisfied, but I would never do business with Camping World if I was you. And I assumed you seen that. So then you contacted me sometime later and asked if I had finally been satisfied, and I told you I had. So I made a mistake on that. I thought it was done and over with when I sent that to one of your consumers, and I did not. The issue is not resolved at all. There's a nest of liars at Camping World, and the issue would have to be resolved within their house, not mine. The issues would have to be that they take care of their customers correctly, do what they say they'll do, and do the right thing. I operate a business, and it's a fairly lucrative business, and I handle it with the fact that I'm honest with my clients and everybody that I encounter. I sent a really nasty email to an individual today and lined out how they've lied to me. And they know I'm being honest. They don't have a rebuttal because there is none. When you hit somebody with honesty and the truth throughout the course of a transaction, there's not much they can say. There isn't. So, no, the issue is never going to be resolved, I don't believe, as long as Camping World is out there and treating their clients the way they treated me. That's just how I look at it. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. People are spending their money and need to be, whether it's cheap or it's expensive, I don't care. Do what you say you're going to do. I talked to a customer that went to Camping World, and I probably shouldn't bring this up because it's got nothing to do with my issue, except that it's the same basic course of events. They bought a camper. They had a tear in a sofa, brand new camper, and they said they'd take care of it immediately. They went to 3 different Camping Worlds and got the runaround. That's pretty sad to me. absolutely. I mean, for what I see, take your sales transaction right to maintenance, to whether you're doing financing, whatever you're doing, just follow through with everything that you're talking about through a sales transaction. You know, there's a phrase out there, used car salesman. Okay, everybody uses that phrase when they've been hoodwinked, and what that means is a lot of times, as soon as the transaction over with, they've got money in their pocket, they're gone. They're basically, you're left out in the cold. That's how I feel that these guys operate. It just is. Because when it comes to my transaction, everything was great that day. All the promises in the world, man, we're going to clean your camper. They didn't spend 5 minutes cleaning it. It's 43 feet long. And it's got a 9-foot ceiling in the living room, and nothing was clean. Nothing. Okay? So when I say do what you say you're going to do, it means doing the right thing. It isn't just that you're filling your pocket full of money. Take care of your client the way you say you're going to. So you clean it, you get it out there, and so that it looks brand new when you sell it. You service it after that. There's going to be issues. There was issues with me. They handled part of them in the beginning, but handle them all. But the problem is that customers or people this large, corporations this large, they're looking for the next sale. The one that's already gone, hey, it's in the past. People don't want that. I don't want that. I'll never go back. This thing, I promised them that I would never bring it back even for service, and I haven't. I took it to another RV dealership to have it serviced. I had some other issues, and I wouldn't take it back to Camping World. So you follow through from A to Z. You do a good job on the sale, fine, everything's good. If you set up financing, set up financing. If you tell them you're going to clean it, you're going to get it out there in brand new condition, get it in brand new condition. And then when they need service, guess what? Get it in and get it serviced. Don't worry about that next client. Take care of the one that you currently have. I work that same way in my business. I can't just worry about the new store that I'm building. I have to take care of the 70 that I've already built. So, I mean, it's all about clients. It's all about return customers. I don't see these guys ever having a return customer. They certainly don't have one in me. They don't have anybody that I talk to. I talked to a guy on the East Coast, and it wasn't 3 months ago. He was buying a new motorhome from him, setting financing up the whole bit. I told him what had happened with me. He canceled the sale, went to another dealership. I've talked 4 people out of going to Camping World. And I shouldn't say I talked them out of it. I told them what happened verbatim. I don't lie. I don't want anybody coming back on me. Camping World sees this. They don't have a rebuttal on what I'm saying because it's all the truth. It stimulated the conversation between Camping World and me. They called me. I didn't call them. They called me the first time and asked me what it was going to take to get rid of you. That, to me, speaks volume. I told them we were on here. I told them that. And they apparently seen the video. And next thing you know, I'm getting a phone call. The general manager here local, probably, I'm sure he got his rear end tore up a little bit from corporate, that they seen this, and he's the one that called me. And I called him a liar. I said, you've lied through this whole thing. I said, bottom line, you compensate me what I've asked you for, and I'll get rid of Piss Consumer. And when they finally did it, I think it was about 9 months later. Yeah, really look over the dealership that you're wanting to do business with. You're spending a lot of money, and I don't care if it's a pop-up camper or a high-end motorhome. I've had some really nice equipment in my life. I've been very blessed, but I would suggest that they really look at reviews because a lot of people will put the truth in there. They felt like they were screwed over by a certain. And whether it's RVs, whether it's the used car salesman, I don't care what it is, but people put reviews out there. We know that now. We know what this has produced, and I would say that really look them over. I found a good one in Omaha now, and I've been very fortunate with that. I'll probably get rid of the one that I bought from Camping World, and move into something that they've got, just so that they understand that I'm truthful in the fact that I would literally give this thing away to get away from Camping World. Again, I can get it serviced anywhere, and one of their service managers told me that. You don't have to have a service deck. And that was kind of a cool thing. At least he understood how upset I was. He didn't want me back, and I know that. And I don't blame him. I was very rude with him, but I was justified in the way I was handled it, I believe. But I think if people would just look at all of these reviews and figure out that, if a high percentage of people have really positive reviews about a certain dealership, then isn't that where you would want to go? Even if it costs a little more money, I would, and I'm going to. I already have. So I wish I could say more about that. People just need to open their eyes a little bit. It's not all about that saving that dollar. I did get a nice deal on mine, but I would pay, and I probably shouldn't say this, I would have paid $20,000 more to a company that would service and taken care of me and done what they said they'd do.